Hey guys, this intro is probably gonna be the shortest and the most awkward intro ever, but for today's video I'm gonna be making an oil painting of my niece. We're gonna try and finish it in a week, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so I'm gonna at least try. It's very hot in Jaipur and I cannot open my window for ventilation, so I might die inhaling turpentine, but wish me luck. Also, I might have already begun with certain parts, but basically the entire figure is left. It's just the background that I've done and the base. For the base, I actually used the sandpaper to even out the surface, and then I used a primer. So yeah. I spent most of the first day in organization and contemplating on the process and how I'll go about with the painting, and just like that, it was day 2. If I'm being completely transparent, I have to admit how I thought that I had made a mistake using a cool flesh tone as the base, and was really doubting myself through the process. I just want to mention how it is completely okay and normal to doubt yourself. Not to be cheesy or anything, but the legendary painter Van Gogh himself has said, if you hear a voice within you say, you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. I think it's about trusting the process, going brick by brick. I feel that fear had fueled my doubt, the fear of disappointing my sister or my family not liking what I made. If I had buried myself in self-doubt, this video probably might not have come to you. I mean, we're human, we make mistakes, we doubt ourselves. It is what we do next that matters. Our doubts are not the truth. I have to credit my mother for constantly motivating me throughout the process. I would say surround yourself with people who fuel your confidence, people who encourage you to stay motivated, people who uplift you. I was so caught up in the details that my initial intention of completing the painting in 1 week seemed completely unrealistic. It was day 4 and I was still busy completing the face. Looking back now, I realize I shouldn't have been so harsh on myself since it was literally my 4th oil painting. I'll be gradually working on speed and would also want to avoid being caught up in precision so much. So I just got an idea, because when Grisha came into my life, it became much more happier, and so I kind of want to introduce that concept into this painting. I'm probably thinking gold foil and I don't know, just something that's gonna sparkle and probably like a ray of sunshine. That's the idea. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to execute it, but we're going to work with that for now. Hey guys, change of location. A much more dull, gloomy, not so aesthetic location. I am in Mumbai and we have been going through life. We are studying here, and so we don't really have time. Cut to when I said I'll finish it in a week. This is the beginning of October. I stopped painting just after a few days of me painting previously. That's probably because I was very overwhelmed by the idea of moving to a new city that I didn't want to do any of that. Today we look very not presentable, but we don't care. We want to finish this painting. Right now I'm removing dust from this painting because obviously it's been like over 2 months, so we're using a dust remover thing. So this is how much we've finished. I might work on the face again, or probably not. It does not look bad, it's just me doubting myself. Yeah, so during my time in Mumbai, I worked on this painting for a short period of time. When I say short, I mean really short. Yes, this short. Hey guys, guess what? I am back in Jaipur. This painting has traveled with me to Mumbai and back to Jaipur. I need to complete it somehow. Remember how I mentioned 1 week? I think it's been more than 4 or 5 months. Let's continue making it. Right now I am making my shirt. I mean, not my shirt, Grey Shoes shirt. And what I'm doing is breaking the foams into different organic shapes of different colors, which I'm gonna blend in later on. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I moved cities because of higher education. At my design school, I've been studying interior designing. I've learned a lot, however, still, I somehow don't feel fulfilled with the education I've been receiving. I do not know the reason why, as such. Maybe it is the wrong college for me, maybe the wrong course, maybe doing fine arts would have been better. I'm not sure if what I'm doing is right, but I am trying to trust the process and I hope I soon will have a clearer vision. Something I know for sure is that I want to continue painting. My longing for painting gets fulfilled in the fairly long breaks that we get. I swear I have so many painting ideas which I cannot wait to finally put on a canvas. Lately, I have been also visiting many art galleries, and most of the times I'm left stunned by the works displayed there. This experience has broadened my vision to more experimentation. I have also been painting from life whenever I get the opportunity. Nature is truly so inspiring for me that I have noticed a constant pattern in my works, where the inspiration mostly comes from something living. Integrating nature with art doesn't only help me in my practice, but I believe it has the power to create a positive impact on others too. Research has shown time and again that art therapy in the form of art and nature based activities can have significant positive impacts on our mental well being. I won't say that it magically removes all the stress from your system, but something that I know for sure is that when I paint in nature, I feel much more lighter and at peace. So I would encourage you all to go on a date with nature. Taking your favorite medium and letting go of everything that is telling you not to. Immerse yourself in the environment and paint whatever you find the most inspiring. Don't worry about perfectionism so much. Each of us have our own individual style, and embracing what you're feeling at the moment is what is important. I personally like working in a space with large windows that allow a lot of sunlight. It not only helps me see the colors accurately, but also inspires me. If your space doesn't allow a lot of light through the day and painting in nature doesn't work for you, maybe when you take your short breaks, go outside. Observe the flowers, the wind, the birds. Sometimes it is all the soul needs. I hope these videos inspired or even motivated you to go outside. This is not the only bit of inspiration I will be sharing in this video. I would also love to read out these beautiful quotes from the book I'm reading currently. The book, Think Like a Monk, shares values of fearlessness, purity of mind, gratitude, straightforwardness, non-violence, truthfulness, absence of anger, perspective, restraint from fault finding, satisfaction, gentleness, kindness, integrity, determination, and many of the most significant parts of being a human being. This book not only makes me feel better when I am feeling lost, but also leaves me inspired every single time I read a paragraph from it. I hope these quotes, which are pretty random, will inspire you in some way today. When we criticize others, we can't help but notice the bad in ourselves. But when we look for the good in others, we start to see the best in ourselves too. Revenge is the mode of ignorance. The reason we hoard over our past is because we've made progress. Fear does not prevent death, it prevents life. When we perform work with the conviction that what we do matters, we can live intensely. Life is more meaningful when we define ourselves by our intentions rather than our achievements. And the final quote for today: pray hardest in your area of strength and you will achieve depth, meaning, and satisfaction in your life. For this skirt, I'm mostly using two brushes, a flat and a round zero-sized brush. The flat brush is pretty used, so it has become sort of dense, so I'll be laying patches of paint with it, and the round I'll be using for the details. I would want to talk about the technique a little more. It is oil paints with linseed oil to make them buttery smooth. I usually lay patches of paint and then I mix them with a dry brush if necessary. I think one of the most annoying bits of oil painting is cleaning the brushes. I use turpentine, and when I want them to be oil free, I wash them with soap. This is what works for me currently, but I wish to find new ways to make the process easier. So if you know any, I would love to know them. Painting in a way that it starts flowing or coming naturally to you takes years of practice. It also helps you to find your own style. Oil painting is a rather new medium for me, and I learn something new with every painting that I make. So here are some things that I've learned over time. As I showed in the beginning of the video, I evened out the textured surface of the canvas with sandpaper, and I also used acrylic medium to do that further. This was to make the application of the paint smooth and for it to flow. I also toned the canvas with a flesh tone. This was to avoid little white patches of canvas seeping through when the painting was completed. So in my opinion, when oil painting, one of the most important steps is to prepare your canvas. Learning from experience and making mistakes was extremely required and important for me to have reached this point in my artistic practice. Since childhood, I have made so many mistakes which I have learned from, and I will continue to learn from. Making mistakes means that you're trying, and trying is what matters. So keep going in whatever it is that you want to achieve. However, I believe that it is a journey, not a destination. Talking about mistakes, here's something that went wrong for me when I was making this painting. I used cold foil on my canvas, not realizing the oil paints leave a sticky surface, and the foil would not only stick to the adhesive but literally everywhere. I intended to make squiggly lines with cold foil, but it resulted in organic patches. It could be a discussion if or not it was a mistake. Since those patches might look appealing to some, however, it didn't match my vision, so I was unhappy with them. I then decided to cover the patches with colorful strokes, and I honestly feel that it was a better representation of my intention, which was of something showing happiness, joy, and love. Mistakes often lead you to beautiful places that you would not have come to otherwise. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Making this painting was a journey that I wouldn't want to alter. Every bit of the process taught me something. Every stroke, intentional or intended, had a meaning. Just like that, everything in life, good or bad, has meaning attached to it. It is our responsibility to learn from it or to victimize ourselves. The painting was now coming to an end. I am, however, not sure how I would describe the end. A completed painting is like a painting abandoned. There's so much more you can do to it, but you reach a level of contentment, a level which is enough to tell yourself to stop. Guys, today is the 18th of December and I am about to finally finish my painting. I must say I'm relieved and I'm happy, and I know I said 1 week. Well, it definitely wasn't a week, but we're here and this looks okay. I am so happy and grateful that you made it to the end of today's video, and I hope it inspired you in some way.